have an update on the Alliance Wars tier drop situation. Galactus is in MCOC? Surely not. And is this zombie game stealing Kabam's artwork? We have all this and more in Marvel Contest of Champions news for Monday. I decided to give a bit more energy to the start of the week because it can only go uphill from here. Yes, we've got all those stories and more, including the Android situation with just scuffy issues, which I'm seeing firsthand, and it is not nice. But before we delve into all those stories and more, please consider hitting the like button, subscribing with post notifications on all, and make sure to get involved with some of the topics that we're going to be discussing today. And now on to the thank yous. Thank you very much to everybody that comes back to each and every video supporting it as you do. When you see it in the Marvel Contest of Champions search on the browser feature, that you're going like, oh, I'll give this fool a try and see what he's talking about. Yes, we talk about topics of helpful nature. And if you haven't guessed already, I've been watching way too much What You Do in the Shadows. So I either go, hello, yes, my name is Nando the Relentless, or I'll be going, hello, Matt darling. Yes, like I'm Jackie Daytona. Yes, indeed, top quality content from the RichTheMan channel. But further thank yous to my current YouTube members, to my Patreons as well. Thank you very much for supporting through those means, and as well those that support through the medium of Twitch, and those that do Twitch subs and Twitch Prime. So if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can give a free Twitch sub to a Twitch stream of your choice. Doesn't have to be me, but it massively supports and helps out the channel if you can indeed do that. And I'll be live streaming tonight on Twitch, and I'll be doing a little bit of YouTube streaming tomorrow, mixing it up as you do. But now let's get newsy, baby. And our first story has got to begin with the Android lag and bug issues. Now, the bugs and known issues section seems to be littered with Android-based problems. Yes, there might be on the face of it going like, oh, they know this is a problem, this is a problem, but a lot of them are associated with Android-based issues. Is there any update from Kabam? Are they waiting to put something in next couple of days in line with a new update? Well, there doesn't seem to be much of an update, with Kabam Boo saying, we'll look into this and let you know as soon as we can. Also, from what I gathered, there was a micro update, which either was something to sort out something prior to a lot of these problems, or seemed to exacerbate the problems, which I think has been referred to, or has been referred to, as 27.2.5, which a lot of Android users picked up, I think, in the last week or so, and made the situation either worse or kind of made it, you know, just, well, did it seem to sort? I don't really know. Either way, the best thing I can really say and hope is that this is sorted out in the next couple of days with a major update that comes in with 28.0. Fingers crossed. Next up, and something incredibly cool, is that there's this kind of cartoon toy commercial type vibe with the current motion comic, which you can see on screen at the moment, which is referred to as It's All a Dream. And it's basically the story of Dragon Man having this little dream about two big face-off, which is set in the kind of old cartoon commercial type way of this kind of like one big foe versus another, like Godzilla versus something else. If you know old toy adverts, this is exactly how it plays out. Go give it a watch. Okay, now on to our next story, and this one's quite important because I believe this will be theft of artwork. Now, it doesn't feel like any of this stuff has been licensed by Marvel. You certainly don't see anything, but this is something called Mutants War. It's not a very good game, by the way, and it is not, as it says in the bottom left-hand corner, Clash of Zombies, nor does it have any kind of bearing on any kind of Marvel universe. It is, well, okay, let's have a look at it. Game also looks to rip off DC as well, with some characters that are just used as promotional things, not to mention other ones of different types of nature from other games as well, which isn't cool by any stretch. And this is what it looks like in game, which is like a strategy RPG. So far, I haven't seen anything that would pinpoint a Marvel Contest Champions or kind of like Kabam usage of character. It seems to be that they've just used it as like the front artwork for promotion. But there are Marvel characters on the screen. You can see Thor is in one of the buildings. But yeah, this is just like one of these things about, well, I don't think this was I mean, it doesn't look like a Marvel licensed game to begin with. So yeah, definitely this company needs to watch their back just in case they get a Disney suit on their hands. Right, now in update news, as you remember on Friday we talked about why we were dropping tiers in Alliance Wars. There didn't seem to be much to be explained from this, and it was like really silent for about 2 to 3 days until it got a response from Kabam Zibbit. Zibbit says, hey there everyone, our team looked into this and it appears this happened because inactive alliances were removed from ranking calculations. The system calculates tier rankings based on the total number of active alliances and removes alliances from the rankings if they are inactive for long enough periods of time. Enough inactive alliances were removed that the system had to recalculate the number of spots available in a tier, which led to some moving down tier. This is part of the normal process of tier calculations and helps to keep inactive alliances from taking up spots from others. It's a great follow-up point to this particular response by Kabam Riding by this player, basically saying we were ranked 146 in Plat 3 after War 6 and we're in Tier 3. The recalibration put us in Tier 4. Now in normal circumstances I would expect to lose places in the leaderboard with a Tier 4 multiplier at that level because we would be surrounded by teams with a Tier 3 multiplier. But in the circumstance we have here, I would expect that a lot of those teams should also have dropped to Tier 4, and therefore by winning in Tier 4 I would not expect to lose ground in this way. I really do hope that this is just one of those generalizations that everyone's affected rather than only saying that a slim amount, because if some get the advantage of not having a recalibration, then it could mean that there will be insufficient data or incorrect data that will then put players and other alliances above others when maybe it shouldn't be the case. Either way, Alliance Wars is what it is, and we'll move on to the next story, shall we? Next up, and the champion deep dive. Man, for Airwalker has been a character that I'm really looking forward to out of the two. They both actually look really good, to be honest. First month, I'm probably hyped about both of them. But the SP3 of Airwalker, which we'll be talking about something similar soon, is out of this world, quite literally, with the power of Galactus shining, beaming through to absolutely murderize the enemy. But Dave does a fantastic job to explain this champion, from his abilities, his crossfight abilities, not to mention the fact of practical use in very different circumstances. Dave has got you covered with this deep dive. Do go and check it out. Link is in the description down below. From debuffs right the way through to the persistent charges. Yes, this video is great. Also, in quick art news, as you know, on Fridays we usually do like an art corner, but I just want to do a special nod to Bezerk Revenant. Go and check out Bezerk Revenant's latest sculpt of Doctor Doom. And if you don't already know, this is done through the medium of clay modelling, so it's a very fine art, and I absolutely love this piece. And I really must recommend you to go and check out Bezerk Revenant's YouTube channel, which is linked in the description down below, which shows the creation of this. From the intricate placements, designing, sculpting, pressing, molding, baking, loads of different things are kind of showcased in this video. You can see the intricate detail as well that Bezerk Revenant is putting into the piece as it is built up and crafted in this really amazing art medium. Now onto a very important story. Yes, that is Galactus in Marvel Contest of Champions. Can it be? Look, it's not. It's not Galactus in Marvel Contest of Champions. But I love the fact when somebody goes out of their way to create something like this, and especially with Nick, because we have covered his Kraven the Hunter in the past. Nick's creations are very impressive, especially from this with the lighting, texturing, shading, and as well anatomically he's got a real improvement from the last time we've seen this, showing the whole kind of like decimation of a champ. So look, this is not Galactus confirmed in Marvel Contest of Champions. This is a fan-made thing, but massive respect to Nick Koss in creating this. And now on to our final story, which is arena predictions. All my predictions are down below at the moment. They should be popping up on the screen. I won't be covering the Sasquatch one because that's done now. It's done. It's not coming back for a very long time, so it's done. Either way, we're going to be going over the X23 5-star, 4-star, and as well Domino results. Now do bear in mind my predictions will be slightly up than what you're going to see on screen, and that's based on the fact there won't be double arenas this week. Either way, the X23 5-star went for as little as 23 mil, and it probably by the end of it went for about 20 mil. So my prediction of 30 mil turned out to be a little bit more than I thought was, but I feel that's going to be strong for round 2 based on, you know, what we're seeing on screen at the moment, and it is the summer holidays as well. And when it comes to the 4-star Domino, it's been confirmed 1.9 mil is enough to get the champion. That's incredibly low, but good to see. And if you wanted a 4-star version of X23, to be honest, I think you only need to put in a little as about like 5.8 mil and you will probably be able to pick up this particular champion. So yeah, it's been a crazy old week for arena scores. They'll probably go up when it comes to this just single run of arenas because they're not doing the double ones in the future. In any case, thank you very much for watching this edition of Marvel Contest of Champions news. Check out some recent content up here. Check out some other stuff down here. And I'll see you later on, probably for another video. Bye-bye for now.